It is our return to racing for the 360 Sprint Car at the Skagit Speedway in Alger, Washington. This is our Thursday Night Thunder event. It's the season opener here at Skagit Speedway. This place is one of the premier tracks here on the West Coast. Many people know about it, and it's definitely a bucket list for many people in the United States to come here. This is one of the most beautiful angles of the Skagit Speedway, entering turns 1 and 2. It's high banked, and this place has characteristics that race like a short track. It can go right around the bottom, but then also when it gets around the top side, it races like a large track. I've only been here once for one of their big events, the Jim Raper Memorial Dirt Cup. This will be the 49th year that they have that race coming in July. That race pays $15,000 to win. Another big race that they hold here is the Bob's and Burgers 360 Nationals. That's the second race that they're known for, and that race pays $10,000. It attracts 360 Sprint Car drivers from all over the West Coast. The third race that they're known for is when the Outlaws come through here in September. Lots of 410s show up, and a big payday for many of them. We are excited to get the night started here. First off, we have the pit meeting in about 10 minutes. Then we go right into wheel pack, into hot laps, and then qualifying. Unfortunately, I did not pull a very good pill, a 71, so that will probably put us towards the rear for qualifying. Skagit Speedway, Alger, Washington. I believe we have about 25 360s in the pit area. Many of them are going to be really, really fast. Trey Starks, Jason Sowald, and many more. So let's see how we do tonight. Our first race of the season. Let's knock the rust off. All right, we're getting ready to head out for Mud Pack. I'd be lying if I was saying I wasn't a little bit nervous right now. It's like trying to remember to ride a bike after about 6 months of not doing it. So we're gonna push off for wheel pack, get a few laps in, get some heat in the engine, come right back in, go out for hot laps, and then right into qualifying. So I'm excited to get back in a 360 Sprint Car. We've ran a few races in the Outlaw Cart, but they're just so much different. So we're gonna push down to staging now. The next clip you'll probably see is right around qualifying. So got the GoPro on up here, and we're gonna be back in the saddle. So qualifying is over, and our return to racing here at the Skagit Speedway for Thursday Night Thunder. I didn't lay down that great of a lap, ended up 14th quick out of 25 cars. Felt good out there, just track went away. I was the 17th car out to qualify with the 71 pill. I'm not gonna make an excuse and say that's the reason why I wasn't where I needed to be. The car after me ran an 11.4, I was an 11.7, so I probably gave up about 3/10. Just haven't qualified here at Skagit before and was a little unsure of what to do. Did not know that only your second lap counted. My first lap felt really good, kind of ran right through the middle. The second lap I tried to move up a little bit, and the right rear was just hanging off of 3 and 4 and lost a little bit of time. Ended up 14th quick, like I said, wish it was a little better, disappointed, but all we can do is bounce back. At least I knocked the rust off there in hot laps and qualifying. Should be good for the heat race. We're gonna learn where we start here in a little bit. We just did the national anthem, and now the night is really starting to get started. All right, heading out for heat race number 2. We start on the pole. Biggest thing we learned there is just kind of work on running a good line here at Skagit. It's super sensitive out there depending on where we run. We're gonna start pole of heat race number 2. Got to finish in the top 4 to make the feature. So should be pretty good. Got some other guys in my heat race that are really fast. If we can jump out to the lead, I think we can stay out front. third on the pole there, drop back to third. Feel good, and one of the biggest things I need to remember to breathe. This place is pretty quick, and when you're moving around in different lines, I just kind of was out of breath there at the end because I don't think I breathed. I took a breath for most of the heat. Starting on the inside just wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. The track was much slicker down there, and the top all the way around seemed really, really good. There's not a whole lot to hold you. It's kind of a fine line, and I think the biggest difference is the format tonight. Last time I was here with ASCS, you know, it was straight into heat races, and the track was pretty hooked up, versus tonight it's already slickening off a bunch. So I'm getting some good experience on a slick Skagit. I'm probably going to start mid-pack in the A main event. That should be good just to give me more laps in passing race cars for my first race back. Quick word with you guys, A main event is getting ready to roll out. We're gonna be starting 12th for the feature. Night's going by really, really quick since it's a weekday, you know, with the neighbors and the noise and whatnot. They're not taking any breaks, so I haven't got a chance to show you guys the racetrack. It's starting to slick off a bunch though, especially on exit of 4, sorry. I think really I got some good guys in front of me. I'm just gonna try to follow one of them to the front. They got a lot of experience here, and we're just making our last minute changes now. So excited to do my first feature of the year in the 360. Like I said, everything's going by really, really quick. I'm just trying to take it all in and get better as the night goes on. So let's head out for the feature. solid night here at the Skagit Speedway in Alger, Washington. Didn't start off the night too good, qualified 14th, started to pull the heat race and fell back a little bit. I think the beginning of the night, I just was working on getting comfortable back in the race car. First sprint car race of 2020, and I wasn't expecting to be so rusty. I think if I was at Cottage Grove or maybe one of the tracks I was a little bit more familiar with, it might have been different. But, being here at Skagit, just really trying to figure out this new clay, a lot different from the ASCS National race we ran here during 2019. For the feature though, we were much better. Green to checkered, 25 laps non-stop. Started out really, really good, passed quite a few cars. Started 12th, worked our way up to 8th probably within the first 4 or 5 laps, and then from there, kind of just bounced back and forth in that area. And we never really caught the leaders, but we never lost a lot of ground. They were battling right in front of us, and I think if the race is 30 laps long, we probably have a good chance at running in the top 5. Car got really, really good at the end, and overall, I'm just excited to see the speed that we have, and now on to Elma on Saturday or possibly Cycleland. Night 1 of our 2020 sprint car season, and the car is rolled right in the trailer. No issues. I would be lying to you guys if I said I wasn't a little bit disappointed about our results on paper tonight. Qualifying 14th, dropping back 2 spots in the heat race, and then going 12th to 8th in the feature. Non-stop, 25 laps. I finally have a little bit of time to kind of think about what happened. It's about an hour after the A-main event. And one thing to mention, green to checkered there, 6 minutes and I think 27 seconds is how long it took. But there's also many positives to our night. We got better and better every single time we hit the racetrack. We knocked the rust off. For our first night back, there were some really, really good Skagit locals up front that were just going door to door. They know this place better than anyone, so me, just really trying to take in everything, trying to figure out the racetrack, this new clay, as it's a little bit different than the last season we were here. But like I said, we did go forward in the A-main event, and I think if we have a yellow or two to kind of regroup and figure out what to do, that's one of the hardest things, and something I don't have a lot of experience with in the wing sprint car, because we don't usually go wing to checkered in like the limited or even some of these local 360 stuff like maybe they do in the Midwest with the 410s and the Outlaws and the All-Stars. So trying to figure out what to do each lap and keep up with what the track is doing as it's changing constantly, that's a huge thing to kind of take in and a skill that needs to be learned. But overall, I had a blast being back in the seat, so I just want to thank all my sponsors: ABC Powder Coating, Lafarge North America, Les Schwab Tires, Swindell Speed Lab, Ferguson Waterworks, Durango RV, Pit Stop USA, OMA KTM Factory QRC, and Fast 4 Media, as well as on-site screeners, as well as my family, and then Roger Henderson, he's the crew chief. We made good calls all night long. I think early in the night we maybe could have worked on a few things, but that's what we did. We constantly worked on the race car every single time, made a ton of changes for the A-main event, and the car was 100 times better. So I got comfortable, the car got better, and overall for our first night rolling it in the box, that feels really, really good. Want to thank everyone here at Skagit for making it possible. Great to see a good car count, an awesome racetrack, super smooth, you can move around, and super racy. Also got to thank the good Lord for keeping us all safe tonight. I know I was a little bit nervous kind of transitioning from the cage kart to the sprint car. Haven't been in the seat of this thing for 7 or 8 months. Our last race was September 22nd, I believe, in Yakima. So those nerves of just kind of getting back in the car and trying to figure out how to drive the thing, those were definitely there, but after qualifying, they were gone and we were ready to go. So Skagit Speedway, it was a blast. We will be back next weekend. Hopefully the weather's really, really good. The car was fast, and now we're only going to get better and better as 2020 goes on. Hopefully we get to go to many new racetracks, experience many new races, and run with people from all over the West Coast, as well as hopefully the Midwest and some other parts of the United States. See you guys all in the next video. Thank you for tuning in. I can't wait for more sprint car races in 2020. Deuces.